little tomahawks. You know, we're gonna have swords, man. Things are gonna go back to the ancient times, bro. Okay. So what we got? You got something?
Yeah, I got something.
The scripture says, "He shall appear to our confidence." If you've got a mobile phone, try to look up. He shall appear to our confidence. I know there's a scripture that says something like that. Excuse me.
This is the confidence that we have in him.
No, he shall appear to our confidence or something. I don't know. Maybe it's in your book. I don't know.
You should actually use this. This is actually better.
You reckon so?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to put it in people's eyes too much. You know?
Yeah, I know. I want to test this though. So put this down for a minute. I think this is better.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think so. Look, see, but you can get everybody.
There's a scripture that talks about.
That's a very strong one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but you could just put it on the floor.
Look to the confidence of many of them.
See how I put it on the floor?
Yeah, all right. Come on.
It's still like
It's a
something.
powerful one, that one. All right.
Forget. You got a preacher, bring it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into 1 John 2:14. I have written unto you, fathers, because ye have known him that is.
Right. Type in. This is our confidence.
I have written unto you, fathers, because ye have known him that is from the beginning. I have written unto you, young men, because ye are strong, and the word of the Most High abideth in you.
Right.
And ye have overcome the wicked one.
Right. Read it again.
I have written unto you, fathers, because ye have known him that is from the beginning.
Right. This is a spiritual thing, man. You brothers are here because you are the fathers, man. Yeah. Okay? You are the fathers. That's why it says ye have known him from the beginning. Which is why you're so familiar with the Most High's word. Something in you clicked when you heard it. Because you're part of that number. Alright? The reason why you tell this word to another person or another Jake and they don't hear it, because they're not the fathers.
Yeah.
They're not part of that, they're not the first fruits. They're not part of that holy tabernacle. Okay? You heard it, something clicked, you wanted to hear more. Years later you find yourself with a garment standing out here in the highways and hedges, making videos.
That's right.
Because there's all the spirit, there's a spirit that's guiding the operation of all things that you see out here, man. Alright, so read that again.
I have written unto you, fathers, because ye have known him that is from the beginning.
Right.
I have written unto you, young men, because ye are strong.
Right, so even though we're fathers, we're still young men. That's another stumbling stone to the Rastafarians. That's another stumbling stone to the imams and these different scholars of this world, man. That the real teachers of the Bible are going to look young. They're going to look young, man. They're not going to have grey beards. Well, the elders. But when they first came into the truth, they were young. Mm-hmm. Right? They had, black hair and, they were not grey-haired, man. But they became grey-haired because they spent time. The Most High aged them in this truth. All right? But more times, when you get brought into this truth, you're young, man. This guy's came into the truth 17, 18, okay? 19, early 20s, okay? You have a couple old heads, Israelites are coming from all facets of life, man, and all ages, okay, all cultures, but we're all being brought together by the Spirit of Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai, okay? So read on.
And the word of the Most High abideth in you.
Right, and it abideth in us. It's in us. It's in us.
That's the one.
All right, it just needs to be activated, man. You know what I'm saying? They might try to activate your account or online, and they'll say, "Oh, we sent you an email. You just need to go into the email and click on the link to activate your account because it's in your email, or it just needs to be activated." All right. So
I'll tell you
the
what,
word is
you
in
did
us.
that. John 15.
And the second we heard this word, that spirit activated, man. And it said, listen, here is the way, walk ye therein. All right, go ahead.
And ye have overcome the wicked one.
Go ahead. Right, so it says that we, just by us hearing this word, we've already overcome.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
We've already overcome. If you're of the elect,
If you're written in the book of the Lamb,
you've already overcome. It's already predestined, it's already written down that you're gonna overcome. Did it not say that when I shall come, there shall there be faith on earth? Get that scripture, if you can find it. Shall there be faith on earth?
and if I may bring a precept out, because you said something to the effect on how we're what is it? You said something to the effect of we're of the fathers, right?
Right.
This is what Yahweh Shai said. Look,
This is John 15 and 13. Greater love hath no man than that, Slakia, than this, that a man that laid down his life for his friends.
yeah.
Ye are my friends.
Ye are my friends. And what does the word friend mean? The word friend goes back to the word brother. So we're his brother. We're his brothers.
Right.
That's why he said in also, I believe it's in Matthew 12. It says his parents called unto him. So he says, look, them that do the will of my Father are my brothers,
Right.
my sisters, my etc. etc. What he said.
Right, so Yahweh Shai is coming to save his family. Go ahead.
If you do whatsoever I command you.
Right. If you do so, whatever I command you. So we're his friends. We're no longer servants, but we're his friends. Because the servant doesn't know what the master doing. So to be a friend is much more closer than to be a servant.
Right. Okay.
That's what
So you got something. Go ahead.
Yes, Luke 18 and 8. Luke 18 and 8. Shall we find faith on earth?
Right.
You got that? Well,
So what was the scripture that you read? You read
oh, that scripture that I've just read was John, 1 John 2 and 14. And it stopped at the wicked.
Yes, he said that ye have overcome the wicked one. Who is the wicked one?
Luke 18.
Satan
18
on the
and
spiritual aspect. Yeah. Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, man. All right, and his physical counterpart Esau, which is known in the Bible as being the man of sin, which is Esau, commonly known as the so-called white man, right? We've overcome the wicked one through our faith. You know what I'm saying? That the word of the Most High is in us. That's what activated our faith. And that faith, if you're of the elect, there's nothing in this world that can take that faith away from you. There is nothing. Is been predestined for you to overcome. Meaning the Most High has given you the spirit and the strength to overcome whatever obstacle is gonna come your way. There's something in you. You brothers probably feel like you're weak and you might not have the power, but you do have the power.
No pictures, please, mate.
Say the zoo.
That's cool. Because he can do what he wants, man. This is Esau's.
Yeah, but anytime they're going to do it, I'll just put the camera down. Just let me know, but I'll put that in the light, yeah?
He can do what he wants, man.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that he's gonna show his family, and that's gonna condemn his family.
Well, he could be an agent too.
And that's what I was thinking. You were standing there like a demon, innit?
Yeah, he could be an agent because
I
why
never
would
said
he-
nothing because I don't know.
Why would he come in the middle of the nighttime and take
That's
a picture?
Esau, man. He's a vampire, man.
And plus at the
Back
same
into the
time,
abyss.
Yeah.
and plus at the same time, we're not the queen in it, so we're pretty much at her doorstep. So you got people like that are pretty much taking pictures and saying, "Look, see, the Israelites are here."
Them demons.
They're getting closer.
They like to go
Yes,
to the
getting
forest.
closer,
They
yeah.
like to go to the forest, man.
Calm.
Bohemian Grove. All that sacrifice and shit.
Calm.
But
He
anyway,
could be an agent too.
let's get back. The point is that we've overcome with the wicked one. Just by the Most High imparting us this faith, the Most High embedded us and given us the tools to overcome this place, man. Okay? Showing you that we don't need horses and chariots and swords, man. All we need is faith. Oh, go ahead. You got something?
You wanted Luke
18.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Yeah,
Get that.
this is Luke 18 and 8. I tell you that he will, Slaki, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily.
In fact, go start up if you start from the top.
Alright, cool. This is Luke 18 and 1. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, to this end, that men ought to always to pray, Slaki, that men ought to always to pray and not to faint, saying, there was in a city a judge which feared not the Most High, neither regarded man.
Right. There was a city, and in that city was a judge that did not fear man. That didn't fear who? The Most High, excuse me.
Yeah, fear the Most High.
Right? Read it again, sorry.
Luke 18:2, saying there was in a city a judge which feared not the Most High,
Right.
neither regarded man.
Neither regarded man. So this is a ruthless guy. This is an ungodly judge, and he doesn't give a damn about the people. That's Esau. Esau is where is it? Psalms 14. It goes was it woe unto him that said there is no God or something like that.
Right.
He doesn't. He doesn't
Oh,
fear.
yeah,
He doesn't
yeah.
fear God.
The fool has
The
said.
All right?
fool, yeah.
Right, the fool have said in the heart there is no God. So he doesn't fear the Most High, all right, because he's committing all manner of sin. When you fear the Lord, you keeping His commandments. But Esau don't fear the Most High. He created a society that's based upon sin, and he doesn't regard man because he's the biggest terrorist on the planet, the biggest murderer.
And that's why he's able to create a weapon that can wipe out life
Yeah,
in existence. But the Most High created them to be that way.
right.
You know, and all he's doing is fulfilling his law. And that way of him being that the way that he is going to destroy himself. That's why when you watch like the apostles, they bring this up about the what's it called, the planet of the apes. And there's a scene where the narrator is reading about the man of death, right?
Yeah.
So, what was said in there, the narrator was saying this man he would destroy his own house and everybody in it. Something to that effect, he said. So that's Esau's spirit. That's just how he is. You can't. I mean, it's like a snake. It's a snake inserts poison inside of the wound when he wounds you, and you're dead, and then he can swallow you up. You know. So the thing with Esau, that's the only way he know how to be. You know what I mean?
Beware the man of death.
Yeah, he's the man of death.
Yeah.